Hello and welcome to We View Wednesday. Oh my gosh, we are here.
If that caught y'all off guard like it did me, baby.
Welcome to We View Wednesday. Okay, I am one half of your host. Now, welcome to Faith Over Everything's We View Wednesday, you guys, where we review reality TV on Wednesday. Okay, I am one half of your host. My name is Angela Suggs.
And I am Jasmine Suggs.
And I scared her, apparently. We are currently reviewing The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your first time here, we do a scene by scene breakdown of what happened in the episode. We are on season 15, episode 15, titled Sip and Spill ... the tea. Okay. This season has been very lackluster. Okay. This episode, I don't know. Did you like this episode? I mean,
it was a few little jabs here and there, but it was just kind of like, okay.
Is it over yet? That's how I'm feeling, y'all. So we're gonna jump right into it. Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. All right. So in the quick little footage before they actually settle on a scene, we learned that Cynthia tells Kenya that she is officially single and that her divorce is final. And I said, now listen.
I had to rewind it because I said, did Cynthia say the same thing I just said? Like,
yes, she
Cynthia
said, "Take note, Kenya. This is how you get in and get out. Okay, not get in and get out the marriage, but like get in the lawyer's office and get out of the court office. Like that's how, girl.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, how yours take? I don't know. I'm really trying to figure out like how is the divorce taking this long? Like y'all wasn't married that long for it to be this long.
I mean, a part of me is like, is it Brooklyn related? Because I mean, they ain't had no kids. Cynthia and Mike, they ain't had no kids or anything. So I don't know. I don't know.
No assets. So I guess.
But I mean, but why would Kenya and Mark have assets together? Like, why would y'all?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand because they weren't. I mean, Cynthia and Mike wasn't married that long, and then Brandy. I think I was trying to say Brooklyn, and I don't know what I was trying to say. Mark and Kenya wasn't married that long either, so I don't understand why. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know, but that was in the quick little footage. The next scene, we meet up with Sonia and her family. So it's her, Ross, and their son, Deuce. They are going to the doctor's office. And Deuce reminded me of Xavier because he wants a sister.
Oh, that's exactly who I thought about. I was like, oh, Lord, she about to have another boy.
Mm-hmm. He wants a sister. Dr. Jackie was there. Dr. Jackie was taking care of everybody.
Okay. Everybody in ATL shouting, listen.
Anybody that's on TV, Dr. Jackie be like, whoop, here I am. I'm available. And apparently you can find out the sex at 10 weeks. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know. I had a baby, my second baby, and I didn't find out the sex till I was, I don't know.
Mine was very quick. Like I
with
did
both?
find no.
With the second or with AJ?
Only with AJ. Like now, Yana. Yeah, Yana didn't show us anything. So we had to wait till I actually delivered her. Jalen, she showed us everything. We didn't have to doubt what she was going to be. And then, because I had found out I was pregnant in mid-October. And then, like, that first week of December or something like that, I had found out the sex. Mm-hmm. We had.
I was pregnant with Miles in January. I didn't find out the sex till April.
Oh, for real? Yep. We went to some random place because we didn't have no.
While we talking about him, I hear my nephew in the background.
You hear him? Just hey, singing his happy stuff.
It's because he's a happy child. Okay, let him sing. Yes. But and yeah, she could find out. Well, she wasn't 10 weeks, but the doctor was just telling her she can find out the sex at 10 weeks. That was that cute scene. She was like, "Is he supposed to be here?" The doctor was like, "Is he?" And she was like, I'm a, dude, he want to know, he want to be involved. And I'm like, well, do you really want to be involved? Like, I don't know
Right.
if
I
he
think
really
y'all
want to be
making him
involved.
be involved.
You guys are bringing him here, but whatever. He don't care. He could be at home. You just come home and tell him, here go the picture of the baby. Because he ain't going to be able to make out what's on the screen. He don't know what he's looking at.
Not at all.
But go listen. That's what y'all like it. I love it. Okay, that's y'all family. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I ain't mad at it. Next, we are with Candy. We are on the set of the movie. The movie is called The Pass. They are shooting for 10 days. So this is day 4. They are trying to cut costs. So they are filming in their house. They're pulling a Tyler Perry. Because for Diary of a Mad Black Woman, that was his house. I remember. So they are shooting the movie in their home. Which I ain't mad at, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like certain rooms should be
was off limits.
Yes.
She got a whole guest house. Why we can't do stuff in there?
Candy.
Candy.
Why we can't do it in the guest house?
I promise you, I will be. Even if I was Candy or if I was Drew, like that would have been like, okay, now listen, I know we trying to save a penny, but this is where y'all do y'all thing. Like,
do your thing, do your thing. I don't know. And then it's like, while they're filming, are y'all staying in a hotel or something for 10 days? Because y'all don't want to mess up filming, whatever. I would guess so.
Well, look, I guess they got them trailers or whatever. Or maybe that's what they doing. They staying in a guest house while everybody else.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, we don't know. Candy, let us know in the comments.
So confident. I love it. Girl, Candy, let us know what y'all be doing up there.
You gotta speak it into existence. Okay, Katie, let us know in the comments. Just DM us. We'll find out. Drew and Monietta are on set. Drew says that she's a little nervous for the sex scene. She's had sex scenes with men before, but not with women. Candy was like, well, we have an intimacy coach, which I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So Drew was like, okay, Candy, okay, because I feel like one thing Candy gonna do, she gonna be prepared. Okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna do it half step it. Okay, we're gonna try and make sure everything is good. They get into a conversation about how Courtney called Drew the B word. And Monietta has the video. So she shows the video. And Candy was like, well, is she calling Drew a B or is she talking to Sonya? Which is the question that we had last week.
I was about to say, like, we did. I think you had brought it up to, like, she was pointing. I was like, nah, she wasn't talking to Sonya. She couldn't have.
But it was like, it's definitely the kind, like, we need to hear the whole conversation because clearly I feel like Drew saw the video and Drew was like, well, if you're having a conversation about me, I'm going to assume that you're calling me the B word. Because I felt like if I was Drew and I saw what they showed us, I would be like what Candy said, like, oh, she's talking about Sonya. But Drew had the opposite effect where she like, you talking about me. So, or you're having a conversation about me and you say that word, you call me the word. So we still confused.
Candy just was cracking me up. She was like, I don't care who she was talking about. She still is a liar because she said she don't even use the B word. B, yes, you do. Like,
they did. We didn't talk about that because they showed a clip from last week where Courtney was like, she didn't call her a B word because she doesn't even call women. She doesn't even refer to women that way. That's what Katie like, girl, either way, you a lie. Whoever you were talking about, Sonya or Drew, you a lie because you call somebody a B. But whatever. So then next scene, we are at Sheree's house. She's meeting with an event planner because she is going to throw a party because she's a new grandma. She's going to do a sip and see. But I feel like, what is a sip and see? I was supposed to look that up. I feel like it was more for like, I guess it could be anybody. I guess it's for the baby. But I feel like it was like a newer baby. Because that baby like 6 months.
She's 6 months. She half a year.
I was like, that's supposed to do this at like
6 weeks.
Maybe 3 months. Maybe once she can come out into the world. Like once she can be seen by everybody. Like, but I mean, listen. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Yeah, she got the money. Do your thug thizzle, Sheree.
Yeah, so the man, she was like, I want to get balloons. I want bears and stuff hanging. Like, what'd she say? Bears, baby stuff hanging from the ceiling. He like, what's the budget? She said, it's a budget, but there is no budget. I said, I don't need you to put a budget on a baby party. Like, I cannot in good conscience. Like, I definitely ain't got no charade money. Okay, let's clarify that. But even if I did, I still feel like it's not necessary. Like, I remember when I had Xavier's first birthday party at your house, I did not even intend to have a party at your house. I only wanted it to be like your kids, my kid. I think I invited my Crystal and Melissa because they babies is around, they babies. We just gonna have a little baby. He won. He don't need
Antonia babies.
Yeah, it was just gonna be family, cousins, and then little best friend babies that's close to the same age. But then you had kids over at the house. You was watching other kids.
Who was I watching? See, I'm always watching somebody kids. I was like, who was I watching?
But they was over there. Oh Lord. It was some kids over at the house.
Y'all, I don't even like kids. I don't even know how they got to my house.
Girl, it was kids. I feel like it was kids over there. So then I was like, then I had to go buy a cake. I had to go buy hot dogs. He had a makeshift birthday party. And
at least it was at the house though. It wasn't too,
No, it was. I mean, and it didn't help that like I had already kind of I had made the little cards and I had put the little birthday thing on there, but that was just for like a keepsake for his little baby book for the grandparents and stuff like that. And that's all that was. But it was the McBrides. They kids was over there.
Oh,
yes. It was just listen. It was kids. So, and I felt a way about that. Years later, I mean, at the moment, like I didn't want to throw him no party. I was very adamant. Like, why do people throw their babies a party? Why do they throw them a party? So I'm very adamant. Like my baby about to be 2 this week. He gonna be 2 tomorrow. This episode air on Wednesday. He's gonna be 2 tomorrow. My mama asked me what we was doing. I said nothing. He's 2. We gonna get him a cake. We gonna sing happy birthday. That's it. That's all. Xavier said, "Mommy, Miles isn't even happy about his birthday. He's not excited." He's not excited about his birthday. I said he doesn't know it's his birthday, which is even more of a reason as to why would I do anything for somebody who don't even know. He don't even know it's his birthday. He don't care it's his birthday. Anywho, I'm sorry, y'all. I got sidetracked. I'm just no budget for a sipping seed for a little 6-month-old. Do you, boo boo? You got the money. Do you? That's all I got to say about that. My Forrest Gump.
That's all I got to say about that.
Next, we are with Drew. We're on the movie set again. We're on day 5. She has filmed her sex scene. I'm confused because she said if we double back. When she's talking about the sex scene, she said she had sex scenes before. She had sex scenes with men. And she just never had one with a woman. And she like, okay, we're going to have this intimacy coach. So she has the sex scene and she basically was talking about how like she was kind of surprised by all the technicalities of it. She's like the sound man, the cameraman, it was just like, it was choreography to it. And I'm like, so
what you do with the men?
You must ain't really had no real sex scenes. Like you had like kiss scenes or like they had implied we in the bed together and like we kissing and then the screen, how the screen go up, then the screen comes back and we laying next to each other with the cover on like, oh,
right.
That was wonderful.
Never had it like this before.
Because I'm like, girl, like, I don't understand. I didn't watch enough Power and all that to know what a sex scene looked like. And you ain't never had a sex scene, Drew, because you talk about the technicalities, the cameraman, whatever, the choreography, whatever, girl. But she did her little sex scene, and then that was all I wrote about that. Anything about it stand out to you? I do know the girl that played her partner. I don't know her name, but she was in. I was like, oh, that's the girl from. Did you ever see? It's a movie with Columbus Short. True to the Game. Is that what it's called? I should have looked that up. True to the Game. Boom. That's what it's called. Look at the girl. Look at the girl.
You good. That girl good.
Because there's a couple of them. So yeah, I think it's the same girl that was in True to the Game. And then you watched All American.
Mm-hmm.
She played the sister. She a bad character on All American. Whatever.
The sister.
Remember when
who's sister?
I was trying to think. What's the little girl? The boy that had got killed like in the first season that it was all friends. Him and Spencer was kind of like frenemies. Sean. Whatever. We'll get back to that. Anyway. Have you watched it recently where the dude that came out of jail, he got the daughter?
Don't say nothing about this latest
No. This was like 2 seasons ago. He had got a daughter. The one that was in jail, he had got a daughter. And then her mama. He mentored
he ended up killing his mama. I mean, he ended up killing his baby mama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the mama. That's her. The baby mama.
Oh.
Anyway, y'all, we got sidetracked, I think. Oh, right here. Her name, Erica Peoples. That's her name. Anywho, that's who it looked like from the scenes I saw.
Okay.
I said, okay, Erica out here dyking. Because she doing all the work. Listen, she was doing all the work in the little scenes. But anywho, the next scene, we are with Marlo. Marlo is hosting an event for Foster Care Fridays. Where she's giving away awards to different people that have went through the foster care system, and have like accomplished things and, become great people in society. You know, which goes to show that it doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you are like, you have the mindset that you want to do better and you want to be better, you can get there. Which, Marlo, girl, you be having some good qualities. She really do.
She does.
I be wanting to love you all the time, Marlo. I do, but then you just be doing
she's
stuff.
Human. She's human. She does crazy things. It's expected.
Case in point, Sonya and Courtney show up, and she like, oh, where's Sheree? Courtney like, oh, she got that party. She getting ready for it. Da, 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 da. And Marlo get a little bit of attitude, like, well, I show up for everybody, and growing up the way she grew up, people don't love her, they don't show up for her, and so she try to show up for everybody. I'm like, girl,
extreme, like she, like, this is not the end of the world. Like, you okay if Sheree don't come? It's millions of people. Well, not millions. It's enough people that's gonna be here for you to forget about Sheree.
And it's not like Marlo just at home. I mean, Sheree, all these people names. It's not like Sheree just at home. Like, she getting ready for her own little party, like her own little gathering. So it's like, girl, pump your brakes, okay? Pump your brakes. So the event starts. It goes good. Scott Lee shows up. So I mean, he doing good so far. He is. He ain't told me nothing bad yet.
Not at all.
I had to look at her. I don't follow her on Instagram, I don't think. I need to look at her Instagram, see if he pop up, see if they still together. But so far on season 15, episode 15, okay, Scott Lee, he doing the thing. And then lo and behold, who show up? Sheree. Sheree show up late, and Marlo like, oh, I'm so happy. I had told him I don't even care if you show up for 30 minutes. Girl, but why? Like, why does it matter? I mean, I get that you want your friends to support you. But if I can't make it, then I just can't make it. Like, but I do. Yes, but I mean, clearly, I feel like that goes to show that Sheree does value their friendship, and she knows how much that means to Marlo for somebody to show up, because she still showed up for her. So, Sheree, kudos to you as well. Anything else you got to say about that scene?
That's it.
Moving on, we are at Sheree sip and see like the preparation, because I thought it was a party. But apparently Sonya just showed up early. Okay?
That's what I was like, because while it was going on, I said, well, what time did it start? Because them babies were still cooking. They were still setting up.
They even have all the, they put up the balloon. She walking through the door. She go upstairs. Sheree still getting makeup, and she don't think she was dressed. I'm like, Sonya, why you here so early? Like, was you coming to help? You know what irks me?
What?
When she walked in the room, Sheree was on the phone. And she just started talking to Sheree. Like, Sheree wasn't on the phone. That makes me mad. If you see I'm on the phone, you can walk in and be like, hey, you know, she, Sheree! I'm like, girl, you don't
do the whole thing while you're not talking.
Yes. Go on the other side, just wait for her to finish. You just, that could be a me thing. I don't like that. I don't.
Oh my gosh. It's all good.
Okay. So then the party seems to be a lot. Was you going to say something? I'm sorry. Oh, the party is a lot going on. Like you said, decorations, everything. Production asked her, like, is the party for Mecca? Or is it like your grandma coming out party? Like, which one is it? And she said it was both. I was like, well, you know what? I can appreciate that honesty. Exactly. Because if she would have said it was for Mecca, I would have known you was a lie. That was not. Mecca don't need all of that. Mecca is 6 months.
6 months.
She don't care.
Her parents don't even care.
Girl, the parents is like, listen, we got this baby. Leave us alone, okay? Marlo is not going to be in attendance. Because guess what?
But it is.
I mean, it doesn't matter what was going on. It's the fact that life was just lifing for you. So things go on in your life that you have to take care of. So unfortunately, during this time, she had to go to a funeral. And that's fine. Nobody's going to hold that against you because life happens. Your life don't revolve around Sheree and everything that's going on in Sheree's life. So you had to go do this. That's fine. But I need you to remember that, Marlo. I don't care if it's minimal, big, whatever. It don't matter. If somebody got something going on and they can't come to your event, then they just can't come to your event.
Don't take it so personable. Like, everything is not an offense to you. Like, oh, she didn't come. She don't support me. That's not true. It's just other things. Not to say that you're not a priority either, or not to say that you're, not on that level that I care. It's just other things happen in my life and you are not my man. So I don't have to drop everything
or my kid. My man, my kid.
Right. So
okay. You just my friend and I love you, but
right. So condolences to her best friend and did she say her best friend and her cousin?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
Oh, okay. I heard. But yeah, I thought it was something about some best friend.
It was like her friend and somebody's. I don't know, but it was unfortunate.
Yeah. So condolences to y'all family.
Yes. So So that was the sip and see preparation stuff. The next scene, we are in Drew's trailer. This is day 6 of filming the movie. And she is meeting with, I didn't write down who the man was, but it was some man she was meeting in her trailer with.
Daniel. What's his name? Daniel?
His name was Daniel, but who was he?
I thought he was the
production assistant or something, or
something like that, like reading the lines to her, whatever that title is.
Well, no, I think they was like running lines, but whatever. Whoever he was in her trailer with her, helping her prepare for her next scene or whatever else. Her husband comes, Ralph shows up. I'm like, does Ralph know him? Because he was
what did he say to him?
So the trailer, like, because the table and the little seats, he was a bigger man. So he was like, can you squeeze out? Like, can you, like...
I did not know he said that.
Yes, he's like,
I knew he said something, and Drew was like, "Bae," or something. And I was just like, "What did he say?" But I didn't
know that man because it was like a joke. Like, can you squeeze on out of there? Like, because it was like, dude, he was bigger man.
He ain't bogus.
Can you fit out of there? Basically, is what he was asking him. Like, can you fit out of there? Like, can you? But I was like, they had to have known each other because the dude they laughed, like you said, Drew, like, wow, like, like that was just inappropriate. Like, why would you say that? So then the man got up, but then him and Ralph kind of like dapped up and then he left. Okay. So I'm like, maybe they know each other, I don't know. But anyway, he comes by set to visit. Actually, I'm sorry. Before Ralph shows up, she was telling the guy that she is side-eyeing the situation because they're filming in Candy's home. And that she feels uncomfortable and that she'll never do this again. Like, the only time she'll ever, like, do filming like this is if it's for like Lifetime, or better. But she'll take the pretty check that they giving her. So I'm like, well, ain't that what all that matters? Like, I ain't gonna say it's all that matters, but like,
but what else matters though?
Yes, like
it's your job. So like, either take the job or not. Like, you wasn't forced to take the job, so don't take it at all.
Exactly. But, and I mean, and it's not like they got you filming in a garage and it's only you, him, and her. There are clearly, cast members,
it's a whole production.
There's crew, there's whatever. So like, granted, I could get, okay, if you feel uncomfortable filming in their bed or in their bedroom, I can understand that. But I mean, you could have said that, like, hey, can we do this in another room? Like, I just don't feel right doing this in your room. They said no, then they just said no. You had the option of either walking or staying. Really, you stayed. So, girl, don't do that. Don't make it seem like
play too much.
It's just, like, I'm just not, like, you just
like, she's so above. Like, girl, how many Oscars have you won? Or is that what you win when you do acting? What do you do for acting? Oh, it is Oscars. Oh, look at me. How many Oscars have you won?
And she even got an Emmy. Like, girl, I ain't gonna say even, but Emmy, Oscar. I mean, she's singing. She ain't got no Grammy either. Like, girl, come on.
You got an honorarium.
Well, I don't know what you got. I'm sorry, Drew. Let me not come for you. I don't got none of those.
Well, I just don't know. I mean, I don't.
But I mean, it's like if you really was that high, like you trying to make it seem like you just so high. Whatever.
Right, like she Angela, like she TT Angie.
You would already.
You ain't Angela Bassett. That's what the girls be calling her. Angela Bassett. I was like, Bassett. Angela Bassett. I'm like, TT Angie.
Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett did the thing. Okay, listen. But I'm just saying, like, you would be booked already. You would have been booked. You wouldn't even been able to say, you would have had to turn them down because you're on Lifetime or you're on Showtime or HBO or whatever, or you're filming a movie. It's going to go to theaters. Like, ma'am, you had the time and you clearly needed the money. I ain't saying you clearly needed it, but
you clearly did because you jumped on it and you didn't say no after you got into it with the co-producer. So, or is she the whole producer? I don't know if she's the whole producer or co-producer. Whatever. You got into it with her and you still said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and still get this check because I need it.
Pretty. He didn't even say check. She said pretty check.
So I know they paying you good.
You nice. Like, so those are the act like
don't sit up here front. Don't front the Tuckers.
It's not above you. Their last name is Tucker.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it just flew out. Like I knew exactly what I was talking about.
I said, no, you said, they're the Tuckers. Okay. But yeah, so whatever. So then that's when Ralph came by. All that stuff happened. So then she's telling Ralph that she can relate to the character that she's playing. Her character's name is Nina, and she has moments where she feels like this character is who she is for real. Like, she's really me at times. Like, I really, she's a wife. She's submissive. Ralph was like, she's a lesbian.
I said, you couldn't say that she was bi. Like, you just gonna say she a lesbian.
Yeah, but then she laughed. Like, she wasn't like, why would you like, no, of course not. She was just like, and then she was like, well, that's not really, that's not who she, like, her, her forefront person. That's just a piece of her. Whatever. Does that piece of you too? I'm confused.
Right. Because you said she's just coming into it. It feels like it's you.
Yes. I'm like, Then I got confused even more because Ralph was like, he respects Drew as a bestie. And I said, wait, what? What? You didn't hear that when he was like, he had said, like, yeah, I respect.
I think I be toning him out when he talks. I clearly remember I told you that I didn't know what he had said to the other man. I do remember him calling her a lesbian, but I don't remember. I mean, it was in his confessionals or something. I think
it was talking to production. He was like, yeah, I look at Drew as a bestie. I'm like, a bestie? She a whole. I mean, you should be best friends with your spouse.
But maybe that's what he meant, like something like that. Like that's what he is, Like I can have this open conversation with my wife, like going back and forth, messing with her, like, oh, you gay, like stuff like that. Maybe I don't know. Not the straight face. I'm trying, Ralph. I'm trying to
I'm
help
trying
you.
to remember the conversation, and that ain't what he. I don't think that's what he meant at all. I don't think
Oh
that's what
my
he meant.
gosh.
Yeah, he said something about her being his bestie, and I was whatever. They then begin to talk about the character and if she kissed the actress.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh yeah, you know they kissed," and he was like, "Did you give her some tongue?" Whatever. Like, so then she tells him about the sex scene that they had, where it is implied that the girl is going down on her or whatever, and he was just so intrigued, and he was just like, I want to watch that, like I want to see that. And then he asked if she had an orgasm, and I'm like, "Sir, this is fake. Like, I don't understand. Like, why?" So at this point, Drew is annoyed. Whatever.
I would have too. Like, I'd have been like, okay, just stop. Get going. Like, go get the kids.
That's when he brought the kids. That's what he said. He was like, Drew is like my bestie, but when she get into like, work mode, he was talking about how like the house be, I don't want to say neglected, but like he be at home taking care of everything. It was something that he said along them lines. Like, but I mean, I recall last episode, she told him she was only filming for 10 days and that he needed to hold down the house. So I don't even know why you even bringing up anything, Ralph.
Oh.
Because he irritated. Because she told you listen, now Drew don't even be my favorite person at times, but that baby told you what she was supposed to tell you. I'm going to be filming. I don't know. So that means you're going to have to hold down the house. You're going to take care of the kids, So now what day is this? Day 6. And you acting like you at home taking care of these kids and you ain't know you going to do this. But you booked and busy all the time. And apparently if you booked and busy all the time, you should have some money. And if you got money, you should be able to get a nanny. So if you got attitude, be bad at yourself.
That part.
So Drew is now she irritated because she feels like he doesn't respect what she does as far as being an actress, and she's ready for him to leave and for her to just get back to her day. And that was the end of that scene. Anything else sticks out to you?
That was it.
Now we finally get to the official sip and see. At this point, Candy, Sonya, and Cynthia are there. Sonya asked about the location. Now, before she asked about that, she had told Candy, like, I called you yesterday. You never called me back.
Was that on a different show or something? Like, what happened? I feel like that scene, I don't know if it must have been a different show or something, but somebody had really got mad at their friend and was like, I had called you and you never called me back. I think, never mind. It was a different Housewives show. Never mind. I'm sorry.
So that's their lines on Housewives then. She was like, I called you yesterday and you never called me back. And Candy was like, girl, I was on set. And she was like, before she can finish, Sonya was like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But I'm like, so why you mention it then? Like, if you don't want to hear it.
Obviously, I was busy, so.
But I mean, if you tell me, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I didn't call you back. So it's not like I can call you back yesterday.
Right. Like, she should have been like, hold on, girl. Hold on. Let me. Hey, Sonya, girl, I'm calling you back. Like, what you want her to do? The heck? I knew I was going to see you later. So, hey, what you want?
And it's Candy. You already know she booked it.
Please. Like, girl.
But then when she gonna tell you, like, oh, girl, I was on set. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Oh
I was on set. We was filming until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
It wasn't the Housewives. It was from Love and Marriage, Detroit.
I haven't watched that one yet.
She got real pissed. She was like, don't call my husband. I called you and I know you seen my missed call. That's where it was from. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Wait. Now I need clarification. So that's like, I call you, you don't answer the phone, and then at some point you call Marcus?
Yep.
And I'm like, wait, you calling him, but you ain't called me back yet?
And I text you letting you know, because it was something that, like, me and you was talking about something, say you wanted to collaborate with something that I'm already a part of, and I was saying, I'm going to hit you up later, or I want to talk in person or something like that or whatever, because I'm not understanding. And she like, oh, well, if you're not understanding, let me call you. So she calls and you don't pick up.
Okay.
And then later on that night, you call my man. So I call your man. So later on that night, I see your missed call. But I call your man to tell your man about something that's totally different. Because I'm too busy to talk. I'm too busy to return your phone call, but I'm not too busy to call your man.
Yeah, well, in her defense, she did say, I want to talk to you in person, number one, in the other person's defense. That's all I got. That's all the defense I got for her. Because I don't know, it like with me and you, there's relation. So I'm going to assume there's no relation, whatever. But even with the relation, I ain't going to hold y'all. If I call Jasmine, she ain't call me back. And then she was on the phone with my man. I'm going to be like...
She's going to call me right after. Or she's going to get on the phone while I'm talking to Marcus and be like, oh, so you didn't see my phone call.
So, who you talking to? Jasmine. Jasmine Stubbs?
I know her, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know her.
Give me the phone. We talking about business. I don't care. Give me the phone. Well, he called me. But you called him back. You called.
Oh my goodness.
Noted. But again, that's still her brother, but I'll still be mad. I still have a problem. Anywho.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Anywho, where we at? Okay, so then Sonya asked about the location of the movie, like where they're filming the movie. And she lets them know that they are using her house. She was like, we even using our bedroom. And she was like, this is Candy. She like, I understand, Ty want to keep costs down, but like, did we have to use our bed? So I was like, okay, so Candy, you really did like that. Like, you really did like that. But
which is surprising because, Candy a freak.
I can be a freak until the day, until the dawn. But she probably want to be the freak. Like, I'm not. I'm the freak in my bed with whoever I'm in my bed with. I don't want to just see people in my bed and I can't be in there with them. Like, can I get in this scene?
That's no fun.
Exactly. I don't want to watch. I want to partake. Anywho, but she told the ladies like, yeah, but Drew's acting. She on point. Okay, she doing good. She's acting really well. So they did say that the party started at 4 and it was like after 5 at this point. And Candy was saying like she didn't come on time because she already knew it wasn't going to be on time. Because at this point, now mind you, they did not put I wish they would have put the time because I want to know what time Sonya was there. Because clearly Candy didn't get there until 5 something.
They did put the time.
That Sonya had got there?
Sonya had got there at like 4:03.
When she first did the preparation, when what's her name?
When she first when I didn't see came in, it said like 4:03.
Oh, okay, so she was really on time. Sonya is me. She show up at the time.
And I am definitely Candy.
I thought she was just like really early, but okay, so she came at the time the party was supposed to start.
Yeah, because when Sonya had first came in, I was like, okay, they showed the time. And I was like, well, what time was it supposed to start? That's what I thought they was going to put. You know how at the little caption thing would be like, it's supposed to start at whatever. Or 50 minutes until the show Sip and See starts or whatever. And then I forgot what happened at like 4:34 or something. It was like something like 30 minutes later. Oh, I think 30 minutes later, the man had came upstairs and was talking to Sheree, telling her like, everybody's ready. Everything is getting ready. And she was asking something about that cake. And then when everybody else started following in, I think it was like a little bit after 5 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that's when Candy was like, because Candy had said it started at 4, but I didn't come until after 5 because, she didn't want to be on time and whatever. So then Courtney and Shamia pop up. Apparently Courtney and Shamia know each other. And Candy was like, well, I'm glad somebody finally know her because I was wondering who knew this girl. Like...
Shamia was like, yeah, I heard you was acting up. She's like, not nice, Courtney. I was like, that's probably the only side you know of her, huh?
I'm like, well, I mean, somebody, because Shamia asked like how old is her daughter now, and she's like, she's 22 or whatever. And she's like, what? So I guess, whatever. Kenya gets there with her friend, and the theme, everybody was wearing nude.
Girl.
And Kenya's friend had on baby blue. And I was like, why would you do that?
Like, first of all, she had a girl, right?
I
And Ken, you bogus for letting her come. Like how Candy said it. Like, you telling me not to wear pink, but yet you brought her. Like, so you, girl.
Why would you let her come? If anything, just like she did Monyetta when they was when they was in Alabama. That is not appropriate. You need to go change. Like, you cannot wear that. Whatever. And if she ain't got nothing else to wear, then she just can't come. Like, because you're not about to come to Sheree's party. And she clearly said you're supposed to wear nude.
Right.
Like,
and did she get up? Like, because I ain't see nobody else have a +1. Like, who told you could have a +1? Or was she already on the list? Whoever that lady was, she didn't know who she was. And Ken was like, now you know you're supposed to know. You know who I am.
That lady, when she got out the car.
Like, obviously she don't. Your name, nigga. Your name.
Kenya Moore, but you knew that. You know who I, girl, everybody don't know who you are.
Not at all.
Everybody don't watch Housewives, and everybody don't know. Don't get me the line about what pageant you won. I ain't even gonna say it.
Girl, it's USA, right?
I just said I'm not gonna say it. So, well, now I gotta Google it again.
Is it America? USA. Is that not the same? USA, America?
Miss USA. Miss USA.
Because I was like, Miss America, Miss USA.
So now I know it's the opposite of the song. There she is, Miss America.
Girl, I don't know that song.
Now I know. Huh?
I don't know that song.
That's what they used to say. Now I know it's Miss USA. So it's not the song, it's the other one. I'll probably still forget. Anywho. But I made an effort to make myself remember. That's why I should remember, but we'll see. But yeah, that girl got on Baby Blue. Stupid. Sheree finally come down, and then her and Bob is there, Paw Bob. So she said Bob is being a good. He's involved in the baby name is Mecca. I don't know if we haven't said it already. The grandbaby name is Mecca. So he is highly involved in Mecca's life. He being a good pawpaw. They have on pink. Sheree has on like a deep pink, and then Bob had on like a light pink. And then Martell showed up and he had on blush pink. I said, why she tell him to put on pink? Why he got on?
Listen, he said he a part of the family now.
No, he not. He not though. He not. Like, sir, this let me tell you what I got attitude about. Okay? Because I watched the show that he is on. And when he had his party, and it could have been filming, it could have been production. Maybe they didn't show the scenes, but I feel like he wasn't. Sheree don't be around his parties like he be around her parties. Not saying that she don't be there, because the one party that she was there, again, it could have been production. Maybe they just didn't film them together. But I felt like when he was at his party, he was not paying that much attention to Sheree. Like it just was, I don't know. I just feel like on her show, you can very much tell he's her man. She talk about him as he's her man. On his show, you don't get the same vibes. She came to his little party and, everybody knew that she was there for him. However, as the season went on, he wasn't like my woman, because she my man. And he like, we're just friends, we're getting to know each other. So I find issue with that, so that's why that nigga did not need to have on no blush pink. He should have had on nude. Like the rest of them. Oh. I was like, why he got on pink? At first he got out the car, I said, maybe that's like a white. But then when he got in, I said, he got on pink. She told him. Now, he ain't wear pink because he wanted to. Now, I will say that's Sheree's fault that he got on pink. But stupid. So then Drew arrives. And as soon as she pull up, she called Candy. And she like, I'm outside. I'm not going to come in because I see someone who assaulted me. So I'm not going to come in. So Candy like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. So Sheree's ex-assistant Anthony is there. That's what I meant to look up. But we can talk about it. So, we'll get back to that. So Sheree's ex-assistant Anthony is there. He used to work for both her and Sheree at one point, for Drew and Sheree. So then Candy and Monyetta go outside to meet with Drew. And then Drew was like, okay, yeah, we were at a lounge. Before we even get to that, let's back up. Because isn't Anthony The same one that gave Drew the tea on Sheree?
Yes. When
So
she
that's why I
first
was
met
confused.
Sheree, that's who was telling. Remember, because she was like, well, Anthony was filming with her at first.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I'm like, let me confirm, because I was gonna go back and watch it because I got the peacock, so I was gonna go back like the grandmas. I got the peacock. I got the peacock, so I was gonna go back and watch it, but I forgot about it because I had other things to do. I got a life, Marlo. I got a life. I forgot about it, and so I was reading it. But I'm like, yeah, he the one that told her that like Sheree
didn't pay or something like that.
I can't remember because then he also told Sheree, because they both was talking about
They both,
well, Anthony told me that you don't pay, well, Anthony told me that you and your husband, whatever, like your husband is homophobic or whatever it was. It was just like, or your husband is gay and he was at the bar flirting with other men, or it was just, Anthony is messy. Clearly, he's very messy. So, anywho, so Drew pulls up. She see that he at the party. Talking about some God really to be favoring her because he allowed her to see that this man was there, because if she would have came a second later, she wouldn't have seen him and she would have went him to this party. And I'm like, what would happen? Was you gonna fight him again? Like, I'm confused.
Like,
I mean, I don't know what God protected her from. Look, she know what the Lord. She know what didn't happen, and maybe it was cause Drew's version of the story says she told Candy and Moyetta that she was out at the lounge. She was having a good time. She took off her shoes and she had them on a little balcony thing, whatever. And he was there and he took her shoe and he threw it at her. Okay? So that's how he assaulted her. And then Drew, she's not comfortable, so she leaves the party. She don't stay. Not the lounge party. She don't stay, so she leaves Sheree's party. Candy and Moyetta go back inside the house. At this point, what's so crazy is Sheree still ain't came down yet. All this didn't happen. Sheree still upstairs getting dressed, because after the whole Drew issue, they come back in the house and I put hours later at the party had started, because they didn't put no time. I didn't see what time Sheree came down. Did you see a time when she came down?
If I'm not mistaken, it was like 6 something.
Because all I know is Sonya said, look, we at the sip and see, and basically they didn't sip, but they ain't see nothing.
I think it was like 6 something. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 6 something. So 2 hours later.
Well, yeah, so whatever, hours. I put hours later, they at this party, and all they didn't did is sit. Okay, they ain't see nothing. So Sheree finally comes down. She greet the ladies, hey girls, blah blah blah. We see her say hi to Anthony. In production asked her why she invited him, and she was like, he introduced her and Martell, whatever. Like he was out one night, and I guess Martell asked him to invite Sheree out and whatever. That
Which I still don't feel like that lines up with why you invited him to see Mecca. Like, I was just like,
I mean, maybe they're friends. Like, maybe she's just saying that they've maintained a friendship.
I didn't get it. I wasn't following it. Like the excuse of why she could have easily just said, "Oh, because I'm still cool with him."
I mean, whatever. We see Lisa Wu is in attendance for a hot second.
Her cute self.
They hug. And then Candy comes over to Sheree and she tells Sheree, like, hey, Drew was here, but she left because your old assistant is here. Now, while she's talking to Sheree, Anthony, like, right behind her. Whatever.
Had to be eavesdropping because Candy. Well, let me take that back, because Candy probably like me. I can't whisper.
You can whisper? You think you can whisper? Girl, your old assistant is here.
And not the fact that
your old assistant, she left because your old assistant is here.
Because she attempted to be quiet, like at least not as at her regular voice. It was just like Drew was here, but it
seemed like she was quiet to me. I don't know, but camera maybe didn't give us a good angle, because he was right behind her, but he might not have been that far. He might have been like right there. Maybe she just didn't see him.
I felt like he had to be listening hard though. Like even if she wasn't like whispering, like I feel like he was waiting for. He was heard Drew name. His ears probably was like, Let me hear. Because he seemed messy. He
definitely was eavesdropping, because she was like, your older sister is here or whatever else. And then Sheree had said like, well, I mean, I said at the reunion that we were still cool, or whatever. And once she say that, he like, ain't nobody worried about Drew's wide A, ASS. Ain't nobody worried about Drew's wide butt, whatever. And so Sheree was like, I put, let me see, y'all got the whole conversation, okay? So then Sheree said, you told me you was good with her. He said, the only issue I have with her is that her marriage is unsuccessful and her acting career is down the drain. I said, now, Anthony, what that got to do with our relationship? Her marriage being unsuccessful does not change the fact that
it don't have nothing to do with you
and her. Yeah, that's not a you and her problem. Her acting career being down the drain
still has nothing to do with you.
It's not a you and her problem. So you just being mad. You just tried to be funny.
Being messy.
You're just coming for her. Candy said, hold up. No, hold on now. The issue is you had a physical altercation with her.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I didn't write this verbatim, but he was like, she owes him a coin. And that he said, oh, she got red because she owes me a coin and she owes her husband an apology. Now, I really wanted somebody to get that cleared up.
Right. I was like, what apology she owes to her husband?
I was confused because I said Anthony. So I thought they was going to be like, well, what she do to her husband? And I thought he was going to say she was cheating on him and she was doing this. And I was like, what she had did, Anthony? But ain't nobody asked the question. So Anthony, I'm asking you, what she had did? Comment below. Go to my DM. Anyway,
I'm surprised he didn't just get her information out for free anyway. Like, keep going. Yeah. She owe her apology and brought her husband apology because what?
Keep going. Why? But they, what I will say, Candy, she ain't entertaining no foolishness, because then she was like, "Did you throw her shoes at her? Like, let's get to that. Did you throw her shoes at her?" He said, I threw my shoes because she threw her cheap bag at me. So then I was like, okay. So then Candy said, well, you didn't try to hit her first. He said, I don't try to hit women. I don't try to hit women, honey. I live for women. So basically now it's kind of like he said, she said, because she's saying that he threw her shoe at her basically unprovoked. She having a good time at the party. He's saying, she threw her bag at him, and then he threw his shoe, because she said he threw her shoe. Mm-hmm. He said I threw my shoe at her. So I don't know. Now I will say, in Anthony's defense, Drew do be lying.
I was just about to say that. I was like, I mean,
Drew be lying. And it is one of those things where it's like, why would he just throw a shoe at you for no reason? Random. I mean, granted, I don't know Anthony. I don't know him. So he very well could do something like that. However, if I'm being honest, well, no, I guess it would work both ways. Whatever. I was going to say the fact that you didn't want to go in, very much is giving me, you're telling the truth. You don't want to go in because he's unhinged and you don't know what he's going to do because he already threw his shoe at you or threw a shoe at you unprovoked. Or you're unhinged, and once you go in there and see him, you're going to throw your bag at him again. So we don't know. There was going to be an altercation. Either he was going to start it or you was going to start it. So we don't know who's telling the truth, because Anthony clearly is very messy and Drew is a liar. And this is what happens when you lie. When you a liar, don't nobody know if you're telling the truth.
Right. Don't know if you're telling the truth or not.
I learned that a long time ago. Mama told me that, okay? My mama told me don't be lying, because then when you tell the truth, I ain't gonna believe you.
That's true.
So
that is so.
I do not cry wolf. Okay, Drew be crying wolf, and don't nobody know that she really telling the truth. We don't know, girl. I want to believe you though, but I don't. I don't know. Move away from that scene. We are with Martell and Sheree. Martell kind of checking in on Sheree, like, "Oh, you doing good? You doing okay?" Kenya's kind of in the area. He says hi to her. She speaks and she's like, can we have a conversation? He like, I don't know. Whatever. Like, I don't know. So then they talk. Everybody kind of leaves. It's Martell, Sheree, and Kenya. And then Kenya's like, she's talks about how, the last time she's seen him, she didn't have a man with her and she didn't have anybody, to defend her. So she only yelled at him because she didn't have a man to match his energy. So she had to match his energy.
Whatever.
Girl, Sheree said, girl, you ain't never gonna man with you. That was in her confessional. She was...
That girl be shooting fire like a mug. Sheree is hilarious.
But I mean, where's the lie?
It ain't no lie.
Like, ma'am, you constantly get into it with people. Like, and men. You be coming for men. And like you want to sit here, and in history, the episodes have shown you don't normally have a man with you. So you need to just humble yourself. And I ain't saying that you can't argue with somebody, but I don't know, Kenya. I just get it together. Like, you don't got to do all of that. Like, I mean, again, I don't want to come for nobody because I don't know her story. I don't know her upbringing. She probably got some trauma and stuff when it comes to men and stuff like that and whatever. She feel like she got to be super defensive, but everybody ain't the same. Like, everybody, whatever your trauma is, everybody's not that. Whatever. Mm-hmm. So you just need to learn how to just talk to people or just de-escalate situations. Just disengage. Like, disengage. I don't know. Anywho, they talk about it. She ends up apologizing, basically.
That was a faking apology. Now, Martell did give a real apology because it just irks me when people say, well, if you felt, no. There's no if about it. You know that this was bogus. You know that you did something. So don't say if. You just say, just like how he said, well, I apologize for whatever. I don't even know what he actually did for him to be apologizing. I think he just was being a bigger
just for the altercation period. Because, I will say Martell, although he may not be a great husband, I do think that he's somewhat of a gentleman in the sense that, like, he don't really be coming for women, like that. Like, he's not a Peter. You know what I mean? He don't really
Oh, my goodness, no.
He don't be in women's business like that. Right. He petty. He definitely will be petty, but like he be petty with his guy friends, and he may, but he not gonna be in a woman's face doing all of that. So I could see that Southern charm in him in the sense where it's like, well, I do apologize because he ain't want to argue with no woman. Like that's not outside of male. Yeah, ain't trying to argue with no woman like that.
Right. But yeah, so I was like, okay, Martell's being respectful and kind, being a gentleman, like you said. But with her, it was just like, it still like was like, well, if I did do something, you did something wrong. You know that you blew up in this man's face, and this was like your first encounter with him in a public setting or whatever, and you always trying to deflect on, oh, well, I didn't have a man, so that's why I had to act like that. And if you felt that way, then I apologize. No. Let's hold ourselves accountable. You had that big energy, and it wasn't because you didn't have no man, because like your friend said, you don't ever have no man, and you always still arguing with people. So you're not gonna ever have no man. Just stop arguing with people.
Just stay in your lane. Like,
that's probably why she can't get a divorce. She arguing with the lawyers.
You're probably right. Every time something come back, she'd be like, nope, that ain't right. Nope. But whatever. They hug it out. They have a 3-way hug. Martell, like, just, I'm gonna stay at your DMs. I ain't gonna be DMing you no more. Like, he very much let it be known. That is that. So now it's finally time to bring out Mecca, and I didn't see no time for this. Did you see the time?
I don't think I'm
going to assume it was late. Now, mind y'all, the part started at 4. The last time we saw something, Sheree ain't come out to 6. So let's just say, even if it was like 7, we talking about a 6-month-old. Now, you didn't have this baby back there in her little dress, waiting to be wheeled out in her little cart. Now, the baby looked cute. When I tell you that baby, they brought her out, and she was like, get somebody else to do it. Because that baby wasn't.
She said, they trying to take her pacifier out. She like, you know what? Just take it. I don't even care.
She looked drunk.
She been sipping and singing herself. Sure.
Baby was in a milk coma. Okay, she just trying to go to bed. What did y'all doing? She was sitting there. At what point that baby said,
She went straight sleeping. So she falling asleep. Yes, because she's tired. This is nap time. Just wait. Probably sleep time.
They waking her up to take pictures. I said, y'all let this baby sleep. Let her be sleeping the pictures. Just say that y'all had to sip and see and she was there. Just
right.
She just nope. They didn't woke the baby up. Oh baby, she can't even sleep good. And so then they're taking family pictures. So it's Sheree, her kids, the baby daddy, her son, the baby mama, and then Bob and some woman. Now I will say before they took the picture, he did say like, "Oh, Sheree, this is Candace," and Sheree was like, "Hi," or whatever. So then they all get in the picture, and Candace got on white and pink. Like she got on some hot pink pants, whatever. So everybody in the background, everybody as in Sonya, Candy, Courtney, and them, they all like Cynthia. They all like, who that woman is? Who that woman? Who is that? Bob's girlfriend? They like. Now I will say, Keegan was like, she looked just like him. That was like that got to be his daughter. It's like, that's his girlfriend. So they just is it his girlfriend or is it his daughter? Who is this woman? So they come out the picture. And no. Before that, I'm sorry. While they're taking the picture, at some point, Sheree pulled Martell in the picture, whatever. And I'm confused. And Kenny was like, "Girl, why is Martell in the picture? Here's a side piece." You don't put the side. I said, "Right, Kenny." Right. Why is this man? Now, good thing she got him on the end because they can just easily crop him out or like put some. But girl, why did you pull this? I very much feel like it was planned because she did tell him to wear that blush pink.
Of course.
So, but girl, he not the pawpaw. He not. He your friend. He is your friend.
He got kids the same age as your grandkid.
Girl. Speaking of that, when he showed up, when she first was talking to Bob, and then he came, "Hey baby," and she said, "Where was you at?" He said, "I got 5." No, she said, "Why was you late?" He said, "I got kids." Yeah. Yes, his kids is sibling age, cousin age to your grandbaby. Like, ma'am. But yes, I said, listen, what a man. Candy said he is a side piece. Why is he in the picture? Anywho, so they get out the picture. All the women is like, Sheree, who that woman? Who that woman? And she said, she don't know. Whatever. So she like, Bob, tell Candace to come back over here. Introduce us. So he bring Candace. He like, he look for her. He find her. He like, okay, hey, Sheree, daughter, Sheree. So everybody like, we like, oh, okay, it's his daughter. So she like, daughter, this your daughter? Where she? Mind you, if you're new here to the show, Sheree and Bob were married.
They have 3 kids.
They got
2 kids. They have 2 kids children together,
and they were married. And she like, now Sheree said when they got married, he had 2 kids, and then they got married and had 2 kids. But today at the sip and see, she found out apparently he had 3 kids when they got married. Because however old his oldest child is, this Candace is right after the oldest child, whatever. And then the second one that she knew about. So she in between the 2 that she knew about, whatever. So just baffling, mind baffling. So then the women ask, so they like, okay, cool, whatever. Sheree go about her business. The women see Bob. I think they heard everything talking. So they talking. Bob look over at them. Candy like, yeah, we talking about you. Because at first they was like, okay, be quiet, y'all. Like, just kind of be. And he looked. Yeah, we talking about you. Like, yeah, come on over here because we need to know. So then he come over and they like, why? I think was that Candy that asked him, or was that Sonya that was like, you thought the sip and see, like you introducing the baby, so you gonna introduce your daughter? Like, what's going on?
Candy was definitely the spokesperson. She was like, I've been knowing him since I was 19 years old. Like,
and I never knew. She never knew that he had no other kids. So she's like, what's going on? They said, why you never told Sheree about your daughter? He said, we were on a need-to-know basis back then.
I said, but then you get married to the need-to-know, like, so you ain't gonna tell her everything?
But what constitutes a need to know? Because if we got married and I knew you had 2 kids, and I ain't had no problem with that.
What's one extra?
Yes, because apparently maybe I'm thinking the 2 kids, they must have the same mama. I'ma assume. So maybe he didn't want you to know that he was a cheater. So that's one thing I could think of was like, I don't want her to know I cheated. He don't want the other woman to know that he cheated either. I don't want nobody to know I cheated. So Candace, baby, you're gonna be a secret. Daddy's little secret. I don't know. I don't know what the situation was. But she was on a need to know basis, and I guess she never needed to know. But then when she had met Candace did tell her, like, oh, she's been coming around the family and she's been developing a relationship with Cairo and Kaylee, whatever the daughter name is. She was like, she had been developing a relationship with them. So then he had told the women as well, like, I guess that he brought her around and the kids have met her. Basically, everybody that met her apparently, but Sheree. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it really don't matter. They're divorced. It is what it is. You ain't my headache no more. Because she did say that when they was talking to Sheree taking their picture. She was like, he been a piece of ish. He always gonna be a piece of ish. Now take this picture, smile. Like,
Sheree hilarious.
But I was like, that's crazy. Because they was like, apparently the kid, everybody knew everybody but you. Like, they've been around her and been whatever. But I guess I feel like, I guess if they've been divorced, ain't no point and me telling you daddy got another daughter. Or like, I don't know. I would think that I would come home and tell my mama, like,
I feel like I definitely would be like, Ma, guess what? I got another sister. Like, like.
Or even if you like young, you don't realize, and you'd be like, oh yeah, and then I was with daddy and Candace, and who is Candace? My sister. Like, what you mean? Or, yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird. Like, I don't know. But anywho, they took the picture, and then that basically was the end of the episode. And we find out, thank God, that next week is the season finale. And I was kind of like irritated because I was like, the season, ain't nothing happened. Like this.
16 episodes.
So I really feel like, y'all, We View Wednesdays, it might be short-lived because we had to see what was going on in Potomac because we only do Housewives in Potomac. I don't know when Potomac come back. I think we get a little bit of a break after next. We got to do the reunion too, huh? We got to do episodes, and then it's probably going to be, if we ain't going to, I don't think we're going to do the reunions weekly. Are we? Or you want to do them
It depends on when it comes out.
We'll have to see, because I feel like the reunion ain't gonna be too much. Like in the reunion, if it's more than one episode, to come out. Yeah, well, I feel like the reunion is gonna be more of a cluster. Like we just gonna talk about what happened. It ain't gonna be no, breakdown, whatever. Because the season wasn't a lot to break down. So I feel like ain't no way we gonna be able to give y'all content. I mean, we can talk. We can make up some stuff. We get sidetracked and talk about real life stuff, and then be incorporate the episode because we didn't been here over an hour. But and I mean, it's just I don't know. We'll have to see. But giving you a heads up now that more than likely we're going to put the reunion, however many episodes it is, into one episode. So next week would be the finale of this season, this lackluster season. And then as episodes wrapping up, did you see that little clip they had at the end? So they did the little season finale. They showed the clip of like what's going on next week. Then they showed like a quick scene that 1 month after production had wrapped is when Drew and Ralph have filed for divorce and everything. And we see Marlo on FaceTime telling Sheree that Drew is dating the Tide lady, whatever. And then that was it. So it's making me wonder, like, so is we not even gonna see none of this Tide stuff this season? Like, because if it was after production wrapped, y'all was just throwing this in the season as if it was gonna be something for us to look forward to, and come to find out is not. Tomato. I want my money back. Okay, my time refunded back. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That's the episode. Hope you enjoyed this blah blah scene by scene breakdown review. I I'm just. It's like I'm happy that the episodes are ending, but I'm very much like, what was I doing with my time these last few weeks? Like this is. We've came on here, recorded this for why? Like for why? What was the reason? This wasn't even. We coming back for Potomac. Housewives, Atlanta gonna be a question mark if they don't put no new meat, no new people on here next season. If it's the same people next season, I'm not coming back. Jasmine gonna be on here by herself.
And y'all don't want me because listen,
that baby,
I be forgetting what stuff happened. I be like, oh, that happened.
She gonna be like, so the episode came on. I'm gonna tell y'all what stuck out to me. That's what we about to start doing. We about to just telling y'all what stuck out to us because the scene by scene breakdown just makes it unnecessarily long for stuff like this. So we gotta just change up the format. Just tell y'all what stood out for us when the shows is wackadoo like these ones. But all right, we will see y'all next week for the finale. We hope you guys have a great week. And I think that's it. Toodaloo.
Bye.